1 less than 3 maths, LO, be able to solve problems involving similar shapes. If you want to have a go at this question, please pause your video now. So we have a diagram here. Now, the question tells us that the diagram is not to scale, so we can't just measure the angles or the lengths using a ruler or a protractor. So what we need to do is we need to use mathematical rules to move forward. So the first question says, identify which angle is equal to the angle BAC. Now, when an angle is noted in this form, it's basically the letter in the middle where the angle is, in this case A, and it's the line BA met by AC where the angle is formed. So it's this angle, and we need to identify which angle is equal to BAC. Now, just to look at these two angles, BCA and DCE, these are opposite angles, so we know these two angles are equal. So we still need to find out which angle is equal to BAC. Now, what we can see here is we can see that these lines are parallel because of the arrows marked on them. So that gives us a bit of an idea of how we can proceed. So at this point, when we have parallel lines, there's two key rules that we can use. One is that alternate angles are equal. Another one is that corresponding angles are equal. So I'm gonna draw my Z here just to show you that we actually do have a Z angle. Now, Z angles, I always say, is alternate angles, and that means that actually it's angle DEC that is equal to BAC, because alternate angles are equal. So you can see that we have the alternate angles there. Because of these two pairs of angles being equal, by the way, that means that the angle here is going to be the same as the angle here. And therefore, these two triangles are similar shapes. So that allows us to work out the length of ED. Now what we need to do is we need to match up sides. Now because these two angles are the same, the 2 centimeter length BC and the 3 centimeter length CD correspond with one another, and that allows us to create a multiplier. And what we can do is we can multiply the 6 centimeters by this multiplier to find DE. So to put this into action, what I've just said, we need to find our multiplier. So I'm going to do the longer length divided by the shorter length so that I can find the multiplier from the smaller triangle to the bigger triangle. So 3 divided by 2 is 1.5, and that is our multiplier, and that allows us to say, right, to work out the length ED, as the question asks, I'm going to multiply it by 1.5 because that's our multiplier. So the calculation that I'm going to do to calculate the length of ED is multiply by 1.5 the length of BA, so 6 times 1.5, that's basically 1.5 times 6. 1 times 6 is 6, a half of 6 is 3, so 1.5 times 6 is 9. Okay, if I left my solution like that, I'd be running the risk of not getting full marks because I haven't written the units, so I need to remember that I need to write centimeters afterwards. So I've found the multiplier by dividing the bigger length by the shorter length, and then I've used that to multiply to find this longer length. If I was working the other way, just to note, if I was working from the bigger triangle to the smaller triangle, I would divide by 1.5 to go the other way. So obviously, now we know that this side is 9. If I wanted to go the other way, I would do 9 divided by 1.5, and that would give me 6. Hasta la pizza, arrivederci, so long, goodbye, we'll see you next time.